Sunshine Boys, Act 1, Scene 1. The scene is a 2-room apartment in an old hotel on Upper Broadway. It's a rather depressing place. In a chair sits Willie Clark, an old vaudeville performer, part of the team of Lewis and Clark, the Sunshine Boys. His agent, niece Beth, is paying her weekly Wednesday visit. Beth has a bag of groceries and a copy of Variety, the weekly show business trade paper. She hands Willie the Variety. Willie tucks it under his arm and starts looking through the shopping bag.
What are you looking for?
My Variety.
I just gave it to you. It's under your arm.
What'd you put it there for? Is it today's?
Of course it's today's. Variety comes out on Wednesday, doesn't it? And today's Wednesday.
Hey, did you see this? 2 new musicals went into rehearsals, and I didn't even get an audition. Why didn't I get an audition?
Because, Uncle Willie, there were no parts for you.
Oh, look at this. Saul Burton died, the songwriter. 89 years old. Went like that from nothing. I knew him well. Terrible person. Mean. He should rest in peace. He was a mean person. His best friends didn't like him. You know what kinds of songs he wrote? The worst. Lady, lady, be my baby. Baby, he rhymes with lady. No wonder he's dead. So, when are you going to get me a job?
You know I've been trying, Uncle Willie. It's not easy. There's not much in town. Most of the work is commercials and, well, you know, we've had a little trouble in that area.
The potato chips? The potato chips wasn't my fault.
Forget the potato chips.
What about the Schick injector? Didn't I audition funny for the Schick injector?
You were very funny, but your hand was shaking, and you can't show a man shaving with a shaking hand.
Why couldn't you get me in the Alka-Seltzer? That's my kind of comedy.
I submitted you 20 times.
So what's wrong with 21?
Because the word's out in the industry that you can't remember the lines, and they're simply not interested.
I couldn't remember the lines. I don't remember that.
For the Frito-Lay's potato chips, I sent you over to the studio. You couldn't even remember the address.
Yeah, well, don't tell me I couldn't remember the lines. The lines I remembered beautifully. It's the name of the potato chip I couldn't remember. What is it?
Frito-Lay's.
Say it again.
Frito-Lay's.
Nah, I still can't remember it. Because it's not funny. Alka-Seltzer's funny. You say Alka-Seltzer, you get a laugh. The other word's not funny. What is it?
Frito-Lay's!
Maybe in Mexico it's funny, but not here. 57 years I'm in this business. You know what makes an audience laugh. You know which words are funny and which words are not funny.
I know, you've told me 100 times, Uncle Willie, words with a K are funny.
Words with a K in it are funny. Doesn't have a K, isn't funny. I'll tell you which words always get a laugh.
I know. Chicken.
Chicken is funny.
Pickle.
Pickle is funny.
Cupcake.
Cupcake is funny. Tomato is not funny. Roast beef is not funny.
But cookie is funny. Listen, I've got to get back to the office, but there's something I'd like to talk to you about first. I got a call yesterday from CBS. They're doing a big special next month, an hour-and-a-half variety show with some of the biggest names in the history of show business. The theme of the variety show is the history of comedy.
Well, why couldn't you get me on this show?
I got you on the show.
Alone?
No, with Lewis.
Then you ain't got me on the show.
Let me finish.
Nah, you're finished. It's no.
Uncle Willie, they begged me at CBS. Begged me. They said that the history of comedy in the United States wouldn't be complete unless they included one of the greatest teams ever to come out of vaudeville. Lewis and Clark, the Sunshine Boys. It's a one-shot deal. Do one of the old sketches. They'll pay $10,000 for the team. That's top dollar for these shows, and that's more money than you've earned in 2 years. Why don't you do this for me? It's just for one night, one last show. How's it going to look if I go back to the office and tell them I couldn't make a deal with my own uncle?
My personal opinion, it'll look lousy.
Oh, Uncle Willie, it's been 11 years. Hasn't time changed anything for you?
Yes, I hate him 11 years more. You know, he used to give me the finger.
The what?
The finger. He'd poke me in the chest with the finger.
Willie demonstrates on Beth by poking her on the arm every time he makes a point.
He would say, "Listen, doctor, I'm telling you, doctor. You know what I mean, doctor? It hurts, doesn't it? I got a black and blue hole in my chest. My wife, to her dying day, thought it was a tattoo."
If you work with him again, I promise I'll buy you a padded undershirt.
You want to hear other things? He used to spit in my face. On stage, the man would spit in my face.
Not on purpose.
Oh, what do you think, he's stupid? He'd work it into the act. He'd stand with his nose on top of my nose, and he'd purposely only say words that started with a T. Tootsie Roll, Tinker Toy, typing on a typewriter. Some nights I thought I drowned.
Okay, I'll put it in the contract. If he spits on you, he won't get paid.
If he can get another chance to spit on me, he wouldn't want to get paid.
If it was that bad, why did you stick together for 43 years?
Because he was terrific. There'll never be another one like him. Nobody could time a joke the way he could time a joke. Nobody could say a line the way he said it. He knew what I was thinking. I knew what he was thinking. One person. That's what we were. No, Al Lewis was the best. You understand?
I understand.
As an actor, no one could touch him. As a human being, nobody wanted to touch him.
So what do I tell CBS? They want you to do the doctor sketch. Lewis told me he could get on a stage tonight and do that sketch letter perfect. He doesn't even have to rehearse it.
I don't want to discuss it. And in the second place, I wouldn't do it without a rehearsal.
All right, so you'll agree to do this for me? Just rehearse with him one day, and if it doesn't work out, we'll call it off.
All right. But tell him I don't want any toy telephones tapping on tin turtles.
Act 1, Scene 2. It is the following Monday, and Al Lewis has come to Willie Clark's hotel suite to rehearse. They are sitting at a table, drinking tea.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear about Lillian.
Thank you.
And how about you?
Thank God not one perfect.
I heard different. I heard that your blood didn't circulate.
Not true. My blood circulates. I'm not saying everywhere, but it circulates.
You know, Saul Burton died.
Go on. Who's Saul Burton?
You don't remember Saul Burton?
Oh, yeah. The manager of the Belasco.
That was Saul Bernstein.
Not Saul Bernstein. Saul Burton was the manager from the Belasco.
Saul Bernstein was the manager from the Belasco, and it wasn't the Belasco, it was the Morosco.
Sid Weinstein was the manager from the Morosco. Saul Burton was the manager from the Belasco. Saul Bernstein? I don't know who the hell he was. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't Sid Weinstein the songwriter?
No, that's Saul Burton.
Who wrote Lady, Lady, Be My Baby?
That's what I'm telling you. Saul Burton, the lousy songwriter.
Oh, that's Saul Burton. He died.
Last week.
Where?
In Variety.
So, this is where you live now? I have a very nice room with my daughter in New Jersey. I have my own bathroom. They don't bother me. I don't bother them.
So, you want to rehearse?
All right. Let's skip over the part with the nurse. We'll start from where I come in.
All right. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Enter!
What do you mean enter? What happened to come in?
Same thing, isn't it? Enter or come in. What's the difference as long as you're in?
The difference is we've done this sketch 12,000 times, and you've always said, come in. And suddenly today it's enter? Why today, after all these years, you suddenly say, enter?
I'm trying to freshen up the act.
Who asked you to freshen up the act? They asked for the doctor sketch, didn't they? The doctor sketch starts with come in, not enter.
So what's bad about enter instead of come in?
Because it's different. You know why we've done this same way for 43 years? Because it's good.
I don't want to argue with you. After you say knock, 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 I'm saying enter. If you don't like it, don't come in.
You can't say nothing without my permission. I own 50% of this act.
Then say your 50%. I'm saying enter on my 50%.
You know, listen, I got a terrific idea. Instead of working together again, let's never work together again. You're crazy.
Yeah, hello?
Is that my daughter? I told her to call me here.
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Is that my daughter? Is that her?
Will you be quiet? Can't you see I'm talking? Hello? Yes, just a minute. It's your daughter.
Hello? Hello, sweetheart. No. I can't talk now. I said I can't talk now. Because he's a crazy bedbug, that's why. I don't want to discuss it. Pick me up now, in front of the hotel. I know I promised. Don't argue with me. All right, just a minute. She wants to talk to you for a second.
Who is it?
What do you mean, who is it? Eleanor Roosevelt. Didn't you just say it was my daughter?
Yeah, I know it's your daughter. I forgot her name.
Doris.
Yeah, hello? Well, hello, dear. Yeah, this is Willie Clark. Unpleasantness? There was no unpleasantness. There was stupidity, maybe, but no unpleasantness. Well, I was hoping it would work out, too. Well, it's a question of one word, darling. Enter. Yes. Yes, I will. I'll tell her myself, I promise. Yeah, goodbye, Dorothy. I told her I'd give it one more chance.
Not if you say enter. Come in, I stay. Enter, I go.
Ask me knock, knock, knock.
Don't fool with me.
Ask me knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Enter!
Bedbug, a crazy bedbug.
Enter!
A lunatic bastard.
Enter!
The scene is a doctor's office, or rather a stage set of the doctor's office. Overhead television lights surround the top of the set. 2 boom microphones extend from either side. A thin, frail man sits in a chair next to the doctor's desk, waiting patiently.
Edie? Edie!
Yeah, Phil?
Any chance of doing this today?
We're all set here, Phil. We're just waiting for the actors.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know. There's a problem with the makeup. Mr. Clark wants a number 7 amber or something.
We'll get it for him.
Where? They stopped making it 34 years ago.
Oh, Christ.
And Mr. Lewis says the sticks are too short.
The what?
The sticks. Don't ask me. I'm still trying to figure out what a look stick is.
What the hell are we making? Gone with the Wind? Tell them it's just a dress rehearsal. We'll worry about the props later. Christ almighty.
Willie's niece Beth appears on stage.
Mr. Schaefer, I'm awfully sorry about the delay. Mr. Lewis and Mr. Clark have had a few technical problems backstage.
Yeah, well, we've had it all week. I'm afraid we're running out of time here. I've got 12 goddamn other numbers to get through today.
I'll get them right out. There's no problem.
Tell them I want to run straight through. No stopping. They can clean up whatever they want afterward.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen past knock, knock, knock come in since Tuesday.
Right. There they are. We're ready, Mr. Schaefer. I'll tell them we're going to go straight through without stopping. Thank you very much.
Voiceover. The golden age of comedy reached its zenith during a fabulous and glorious era known as vaudeville. Fanny Brice, W.C. Fields, Eddie Cantor, Ed Wynn, Will Rogers, and a host of other greats filled its Hall of Fame. But there are 2 other names that belong on this list, but they can never be listed separately. They are more than a team. They are 2 comic shining lights that beam as one. For Lewis without Clark is like laughter without joy. We are privileged to present tonight in their first public appearance in over 11 years. For half a century known as the Sunshine Boys, Mr. Al Lewis and Mr. Willie Clark in their beloved scene, The Doctor Will See You Now.
The curtain rises. The frail man is sitting on the chair as Willie the doctor, dressed in a white doctor's lab coat, a mirror attached to his head, and a stethoscope around his neck. Willie is looking into the patient's mouth, holding his tongue with an stick.
All right, open wider and say ah. Yeah, wider. Yeah, a little wider. Well, your throat's okay, but you're going to have problems with your stomach.
How come?
Because you just swallowed the stick.
Is that bad?
It's terrible. I only got 2 left.
What about getting the stick out?
What am I, a tree surgeon? All right, for another $10, I'll take it out.
That's robbery.
Well, then forget it. Keep the stick.
No, I'll pay. Take the stick out.
All right, come back tomorrow. On Thursdays, I do woodwork.
Ay, 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 ay.
The patient exits.
Oh, noisy, noisy.
The nurse enters. She is a tall, voluptuous, and well-endowed brunette.
Do you want me, doctor?
Yeah, why do you think I hired you? What's your name again?
Miss McIntosh. You know, like the apples.
Yeah, the name I forgot. The apples I remembered. Look at my appointment book and see who's next.
It's a Mr. Kornheiser.
Wait, maybe you're wrong. You better check the book. It's better that way.
She crosses the desk and bends way over as she looks into the book. Her firm, round rear end faces us and Willie. Willie shakes his head side to side in wonderful contemplation.
No, I was right.
Yeah, so was I.
It's a Mr. Kornheiser.
Are you sure? Spell it.
She turns, bends, and gives us that same wonderful view again.
Kornheiser.
She turns and straightens up.
What's his first name?
She turns and bends again.
Walter.
Now stay down for the middle name.
Benjamin.
Now don't move and give me the whole thing.
Walter Benjamin Kornheiser.
She turns, bends, and straightens up.
Oh boy, from now on I only want patients with long names.
Is there anything else you want, doctor?
Yeah, call a carpenter and have him make my desk lower.
The nurse walks sexily right up to Willie and stands with her chest practically on his, breathing and heaving.
Yes, doctor.
Whew, it's hot in here. Did you turn the steam on?
No, doctor.
Well, in that case, take a $5 raise and send in the next patient before I'm the next patient.
Yes, doctor. Excuse me. I think I have a chest cold.
It looks more like a pandemic to me.
Yes, doctor. Is there anything else you want?
Well, yeah, I want it. I'm just not sure I can do it.
Well, if I can help you, doctor, that's what the nurse is for.
I sure am glad I didn't go to law school.
There's a knock at the door.
Aha! That must be my next patient. Come in and enter.
Al steps in and glares angrily at Willie.
I'm looking for the doctor.
Yeah, are you sick?
Are you the doctor?
Yes.
I'm not that sick.
Yeah, what's your name, please?
Kornheiser. Walter Benjamin Kornheiser. You want me to spell it?
Yeah, never mind. I got a better speller than you. Sit down and open your mouth, please.
There's nothing wrong with my mouth.
Well, then just sit down.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Well, then what are you doing here?
I came to examine you.
Yeah, I think you've got everything backwards.
It's possible. I dressed in a hurry this morning.
You mean you came here for me to examine you?
No, I came here for me to examine you. I'm a tax collector.
Well, that's nice. I'm a stamp collector. So, what do you do for a living?
I find out how much money people make.
Oh, a busybody. Well, make an appointment with the nurse.
I did. I'm going to see her Friday night.
Hey, don't fool around with my nurse. Don't fool around with my nurse. She's a nice girl. She's a Virginian.
Oh, what?
A Virginian, that's where she comes from.
Well, she ain't going back, I can tell you that.
He takes a form out of his briefcase.
I've got some questions to ask you.
Yeah, well, I'm too busy to answer questions. I'm a doctor. If you want to see me, you got to be a patient.
But I'm not sick.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll find something.
All right. You examine me, and I'll examine you. The first question is, how much money did you make last year?
Well, last year I made,
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
aha, hard of hearing. I knew we'd find something. Did you ever have any childhood diseases?
Not lately.
Father living or deceased?
Both.
What do you mean both?
First he was living, now he's deceased.
Yeah, what did your father die from?
My mother. Now it's my turn. Are you married?
I'm looking.
Looking to get married?
You're looking to get out.
He looks at Al's ear with a flashlight.
What are you doing?
I'm examining your intestines.
So why are you looking in the ear?
Well, if I got a choice of two places to look, I'm taking this one.
All right, never mind. Do you own a car?
Yeah, certainly I own a car. Why?
Well, if you use it for medical purposes, you can deduct it from your taxes. What kind of car do you own?
An ambulance.
All right, do you own a house?
Can I deduct it?
Only if you use it for medical purposes. Where do you live?
In Mount Sinai Hospital. All right, open your shirt. I want to listen to your heartbeat.
Will this take long?
Well, not if I hear something.
He puts his ear to Al's chest and listens.
Yeah, I hear something. You're all right.
Aren't you going to listen with a stethoscope?
Oh, sure. I didn't know you wanted an extensive examination.
He puts the stethoscope to his ear and listens to Al's chest.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what you got?
What?
A dirty undershirt.
What is this, a doctor's office or a laundry? I bet you never went to medical school.
What are you talking? What are you talking? I went to Columbia Medical School.
Did you pass?
Certainly.
You should have gone in.
Never mind. Now roll up your sleeve. I'm going to take some blood.
I can't do it.
Why not?
If I see blood, I get sick.
Well, do what I do. Don't look.
I'm sorry, I'm not giving blood. I'm anemic.
What's anemic?
You're a doctor, and you don't know what anemic is?
Well, that's because I'm a specialist.
Ah, so what do you specialize in?
Everything but anemic.
Okay. Listen, can I continue my examination?
You continue yours and I'll continue mine. All right, cross your legs.
He hits Al's knee with a small hammer.
Now, does that hurt when I hit you with a hammer?
Yes.
Good. From now on, try not to get hit with a hammer.
He throws the hammer over his shoulder and takes a specimen jar from the cabinet.
You see this jar?
Yes,
You know what you're supposed to do with this jar?
I think so.
Well, you think so or you know so? If you're not sure, let me know because the girl isn't coming in to clean today.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go in this jar.
I haven't got time. I have to go over your books.
Yeah, the hell you will.
If I don't go over your books, the government will come in here and go over your books.
Don't they have a place in Washington?
Certainly, but they have to go where the books are.
The whole government?
No, only the Treasury Department.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm glad you're relieved.
I wish you were before you came in here.
The door opens and the big-chested nurse steps in.
Oh, Dr. Klockenmeyer.
Yes?
Mrs. Klotny's on the phone. She wants you to rush right over and deliver her baby.
Yeah, well, I'm busy now. Tell her I'll mail it to her in the morning.
Yes, doctor.
Where did you find a nurse like that?
She was standing on 43rd and 44th Street. All right, let me see your tongue, please. Now, hold your tongue with your fingers and say shish kebab.
Hickad!
Again.
Hickad!
Yeah, I've got bad news for you.
What is it?
Well, if you do that in a restaurant, you'll never get shish kebab.
Al stands with his face close to Willie's.
Never mind that. What about your taxes?
The what?
The taxes. It's time to pay your taxes to the Treasury.
I'm warning you. Don't start with me.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. It's time to pay your taxes. You're speaking with spitting again.
I said the right line, didn't I? If it comes out juicy, I can't help that.
It doesn't come out juicy unless you squeeze the T's. And I'm warning you, don't squeeze them on me.
All right, let's hold it for a second. Mr. Clark, I'm having some trouble with this dialogue. I don't find those last few lines in the script.
It's not in the script, it's in his mouth.
I said the right lines. Look in the script. You'll find it there.
Yeah, you'll find the words, you won't find the spit. The spit's his own idea. He's doing it on purpose.
I don't spit on purpose. I spit on accident. I've always spitted on accident. It's not possible to say these lines without spitting a little.
I can say it. It's time to pay your taxes to the Treasury. There wasn't a spit in my entire mouth. Why doesn't he say it like that?
What am I, an Englishman? I'm talking the same as I've talked for 43 years.
Gentlemen, can we argue about this point after the dress rehearsal and go on with the sketch?
I'm not going to stand here and get a shower in the face. If you want me to go on, either take out the line or get me an umbrella.
Can we please go on? With all due respect, gentlemen, we have 12 other scenes to rehearse, and we cannot spend all day on the personal squabbles.
I'll go on, but I'm moving to a safer spot.
Don't worry about the moves. We can pick it up on the camera. Now let's skip over this part and pick it up on I hope you don't have what Mr. Melnick had. All right, Mr. Clark, whenever you're ready.
I hope you don't have what Mr. Melnick had.
What did Mr. Melnick have?
Willie points to a skeleton standing next to Al.
Ask him yourself. He's standing right there.
That's Mr. Melnick.
Well, it could be Mrs. Melnick. Without the high heels, I can't tell.
If he's dead, why do you have him standing in the office?
Yeah, he's still got one more appointment with me.
You know what you are. You're a charlatan.
As Al says the line, he punctuates each word by poking Willie in the chest. This does not go unnoticed by Willie. Al continues poking.
Do you know what a charlatan is?
Yeah, it's a city in North Carolina. And if you're going to poke me like that again, you're going to wind up in Poughkeepsie.
Hold it. Where does it say you're going to end up in Poughkeepsie?
Where does it say he can poke me in the chest? He's doing it on purpose. He always did it on purpose, just to get my goat.
I didn't poke him. I tapped him. A light little tap. It wouldn't hurt a baby.
Maybe a baby elephant. I knew I was going to get poked. First comes the spitting, then comes the poking. I know his routine already.
Excuse me. I'm sorry we're holding up the rehearsal, but we have a serious problem on our hands. The man I'm working with is a lunatic.
I'm a lunatic, huh? He breaks my chest, he spits in my face, and calls me a lunatic. I'm going to tell you something I never told you my entire life. I hate your guts.
Please, you told that to me on Monday.
Well, then I'm telling you again.
Listen, gentlemen, I really don't see any purpose in going on with this rehearsal.
I don't see any purpose in going on with this show. This man has been persecuting me for 11 years. He's been trying to get back at me. Only I'm not going to give him the chance.
I knew it. He planned it. He's been setting me up for 11 years to walk out on me again.
All right, Mr. Clark, let's settle down. Why don't we go into the dressing room and talk this out?
I didn't want to do this in the first place.
Liar! Your daughter begged me on the phone. She begged me.
I don't see any point in going on with this show. This man is persecuting me. For 11 years, he's been waiting to get back at me. Only I'm not going to give him the chance.
I knew it. He planned it. He's been setting me up for 11 years to walk out on me again.
All right, Mr. Clark, let's settle down. Why don't we go into the dressing room and talk this out?
I didn't want to do this in the first place.
Liar, liar! His daughter begged me on the phone. She begged me.
Uncle Willie, please, that's enough. Come back to the dressing room.
Gentlemen, we need the stage. Can we please do this over on the side?
This man is hysterical. You can see for yourself. He's been doing this to me all week long. I'm sorry we caused everybody so much trouble. I should have stayed in New Jersey in the first place.
Al leaves.
Yeah, I don't need you. I never needed you. You were nothing when I found you, and that's what you are today.
Come on, Willie. Come on. I'm so sorry about this, Mr. Schaefer.
Yeah, he thinks I can't get work without him. Maybe his career is over, but not mine. Maybe he's finished, but not me. You hear? Not me. Not me.
Willie clutches his chest. Beth rushes to Willie, but too late. Willie falls to the floor. Beth rushes to his side.
Oh my God, oh my God. All right, take it easy, Uncle Willie. Just lie there. Somebody get a doctor, please hurry.
Yeah, I don't need a doctor. Don't get a doctor. I don't trust them. Hey, don't tell him. Don't tell him I fell. I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Of course I won't tell him, Willie. There's nothing to tell. You're going to be all right.
Frito-Lays. That's the name of the potato chip. You see, I remembered. I remembered the name, Frito-Lays.
The lights dim and the curtain falls. Act 2, Scene 2. The scene is Willie's hotel room 2 weeks later. Willie's niece Beth has come to visit.
Hey, Uncle Willie, you look terrific.
You got my variety?
Yep, here it is.
Yeah. Oh boy. Bernie Eisenstein died.
Who?
Bernie Eisenstein. You remember the dance team of Ramona and Rodriguez? Bernie Eisenstein was Rodriguez.
Uncle Willie, would you put the variety down for just a second? You realize you've had a heart attack, don't you? I talked to the doctor this morning, Willie. You've got to retire. Show business is out. We've got to do something, and we've got to do it quickly.
Yeah, I can't think about it today. I'm going to take a nap.
You want to hear my suggestion?
I'm napping. Can't you see my eyes are closed?
I'd like you to move in with me and Harvey and the kids. We have a spare room in the back. I think you'd be very comfortable, Uncle Willie. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, what's the second suggestion?
What's the matter with the first suggestion?
It's not as good as the
I
second.
haven't made it yet.
That's still better than the first. Forget it.
Why?
But I don't like your kids. They're noisy. And the little one hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
I know the reason you won't come. It's because Al Lewis lives with his family, and you're just trying to prove some stupid point about being independent.
What's the second suggestion?
All right, I don't jump when I say this because it's not going to be as bad as it sounds.
Say it.
There's the Actors Home in New Brunswick.
It's as bad as it sounds.
You're wrong. I drove out there last Sunday, and they showed me around the whole place. It's beautiful out there. There's a million activities there, and they put on shows every Friday and Saturday night. I mean, it's all old actors. What could be better for you?
So that's my choice. New Jersey or the baseball bat?
Now, there's just one other thing I'd like you to do for me.
Yeah, with my luck, it's a benefit.
Well, in a way, it is a benefit, but not for an organization. It's for another human being.
What are you talking about?
Al Lewis wants to come to see you. He's been heartsick since this happened.
Yeah, what do you think I've been? What is this, the mumps?
He calls me twice a day to see how you are. He's not well himself, Willie. He's got diabetes, hardening of the arteries, and his eyes are getting really bad.
Yeah, well, he sees good enough to spit in my face. Well, if he wants to come up, I won't stop him.
Hello? Would you tell the boy at the desk to send Mr. Lewis up to Mr. Clark's room, please? Thank you.
You mean he's here now at the hotel? First you commit me to the old man's home, you bring that bastard here, and then you ask me?
I'm sorry. I apologize. Just promise me that you'll be decent to Al Lewis.
No, I'll be wonderful to him. Yeah, in my will, I'll leave him you.
There are 3 knocks at the door.
Aha, this is it. It's almost worth getting sick for. Come on, knock again.
Al knocks 3 times again.
Enter!
It's me, Willie, Al Lewis. I just came to see how you're doing. I don't want to take up your time. I just wanted to say hello. So hello and goodbye.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You got a few minutes before my next nap. Gonna sit down and talk a while.
Beth starts to leave.
I'll be back in 10 minutes. It's good to see you, Mr. Lewis. It's good to see both of you.
So you've got everything you need?
Well, I got plenty to do. I got all my fan mail to answer.
You get fan mail?
Don't you?
I don't even get jury duty. You know something, Willie? I don't think we get along so good.
Well, listen, everybody has their ups and downs.
In 43 years, maybe we had one up. To tell you the truth, I can't take the downs anymore.
Well, to be honest with you, for the first time, I feel a little tired myself. In a way, this heart attack was good for me. I needed the rest.
So, what are you going to do?
Well, my niece made me two very good offers today. I think I'm going to take the second.
Are you in any condition to work again?
Well, it wouldn't be too strenuous. Mostly take it easy. Maybe a show on Saturday night. Something like that.
Is that so? Here in New York?
No, out of town. So, what's with you?
Oh, I'm very happy. My daughter's having another baby. They're going to need my room. So I talked it over and we decided I'm going to move to the actors' home in New Brunswick.
Oh, God, I just got the finger again.
What's the matter? You all right? Why are you holding your chest? You got pains?
Not yet, but I'm expecting.
Can I get you anything? Should I call a doctor?
Yeah, it wouldn't help.
It wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt. How many times have we done that joke?
It always works. Even from you, I just got to laugh.
Yeah, you're a funny man, Al. You're a pain in the ass, but you're a funny man.
You know what the problem was, Willie? You always took the jokes too seriously. They were just jokes. We did comedy on stage for 43 years. I don't think you enjoyed it once.
If I was there to enjoy it, I'd buy a ticket.
Well, maybe now you can start enjoying it. If you're not too busy, maybe you'll come over one day and visit me at the actors' home.
Oh, you can count on it.
I feel a lot better now since I've talked to you. Maybe you'd like a rest now?
Yeah, I think so. Keep talking to me. I'll fall asleep.
So, what's new in variety?
Bernie Eisenstein died.
Go on. Bernie Eisenstein, the house doctor from the palace.
That was Sam Hazeltine. Bernie Eisenstein was Ramona and Rodriguez.
Jackie Aronson was Ramona and Rodriguez. Bernie Eisenstein was the house doctor at the palace. Sam Hazeltine was Sophie Tucker's agent.
Yeah, don't argue with me. I'm sick.
I know, but why should I get sick too? Bernie Eisenstein was the house doctor when we played the first time with Sophie Tucker. And that's when we met Sam Hazeltine. Jackie Aronson wasn't Rodriguez yet. He was DeMarco and Lopez. Lopez died and DeMarco went into real estate.
Fade out and curtain.
He became Rodriguez.
What would a VI production be without some outtakes? We have a couple for you. Sit back and watch. Well, before we even started, Bill had us laughing with his one-liners and jokes. Here's an example.
Camera adds 10 pounds, so what do I got, 3 cameras on me?
In this scene, Lydia, our sexy nurse, was supposed to come in and start the dialogue. Bill was waiting for his cue, and when it didn't come, well, just watch.
Oh, nicey, nicey.
The nurse enters. She is a tall, voluptuous, and well-endowed brunette in a tight dress.
You don't have to say anything.
In this scene, Ephraim was unconsciously banging on the table, which made some noise in our microphone. So we tried to get him to stop knocking on the table, except when he was supposed to knock. It's a bit confusing, but watch.
All right.
Try not to bang on the table. Other than the knock. The knock is okay.
Oh, the knock is okay.
But you've been hitting the table.
But, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, don't hit.
Picking up your knocking.
you don't want me to knock on the table?
No, Ephraim.
Only when you're simulating.
Only when we're doing the knock.
Not when you're just doing your script.
Knock, knock, knock.
No, Ephraim, wait a second. You're
Yeah.
not understanding what they're telling you. You've been knocking on the table just while you're reading. You have to stop. It's picking it up. You have to just do the 3 knocks on the table.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
You noticed, huh?
These are better than the actual.
Yeah, I tell you.
For the hearing impaired, don't knock on the table. Okay.
Wait, I'll give you a sign. And then,
I want round winners from everyone.
no, I want the
Go
pity.
back so we can,
Guys,
all right, here we go.
start, Al, start at the top. Willie, start at the top.
Who wrote "Lady, Lady, Be My Baby"?
Where the hell are you?
What is? I'm on a different. Excuse me.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
I have a different size script.
Should we start this whole scene at the again without the table hitting,
Listen, could you do outtakes? They're funnier than the script.
and no poking and no spitting?
Might as well blow the whole show then. It's done.
By the way, I'm gonna make an outtakes. That's my pleasure.
Yes, I'm back.